Okay guys, one more quick video here. I have one uploading right now from one I just did on the Canadian dollar for tomorrow morning. I just wanted to follow up on the Australian dollar. Now I've made, by the way, it's 9:45 p.m. February 23rd, New York time. Now I made a couple of videos this week basically trying to call the top of the Australian dollar. And I think I left them all up there. I took down one of them, but I think I left the last set up there. And I was wrong, and basically I was trying to pick a top, and that's cardinal sin, trying to pick the top or a bottom in a downtrend. And basically, so I had this ABC label on here before, and I still think this is probably an ABC, but if you don't see the end of a trend, then it probably is not there. And when I took this last trade on the Australian dollar yesterday, thinking it was going to go down, we're going to end the trend, it was this candle right here, and it went down a little bit, and then it just kind of kept going back up. But so this is the Australian Swiss, and if you look at this pair right now, this is definitely a correction. This is going to go up again. So I may actually look to take a long on this tomorrow, or maybe even tonight, because this is going to go back up again. But I did want to show you something that I do think, although my timing was wrong, I do think that there's going to be some interesting news next week that may end that uptrend on the Australian dollar. Now, as I've been saying, if you've been listening to the videos and reading forexlive.com, there still is a lot of concern by the Royal Bank of Australia on where their economy is going. Governor Lowe spoke again today, this afternoon, 5:30 New York time. Didn't have any effect on the market. But if you go to Forex Live, and I don't have it pulled up here, so I'm not going to try to find it now. If you go to forexlive.com, you'll see it. And you can read his comments where basically he says, while there's been some improvement in pricing with commodities, and commodities is very big for their economy, he still has a lot of concerns about where they're going. And, although he doesn't necessarily want to cut rates again, they're not against it. And so although that was a bearish tone, it didn't really have much effect on the market, because I still think there's a lot of bullish sentiment on the Aussie in general, and it's been very resilient, as I've said. However, I think this is probably and we may actually see that continue into next week, into early next week. Now, Sunday night we've got New York Times 7:30 company operating profits. This is orange level news, probably won't have much effect. And then Monday night, 12 hours later, we've got current account. They have this as orange level. It's probably right. It probably won't have much effect. And because I think the market's going to be looking at this. Coming up on Tuesday, February 28th, 7:30 p.m. New York time, we have the Australian dollar GDP. This one's going to be very important. Now, there's no expectation. The last time there was a little shrinkage, negative 0.5%. No expectation. It'll be interesting to see what the analysts are calling for before the news comes out. But you've got, this is where they're going to be watching, because, given the kind of bearish, dovish sentiment by Royal Bank of Australia, Governor Lowe, and that he's repeated a couple of times this week, this is going to be a key number, because this GDP number is really going to have a good indication about where they're really at, and is he accurate in his assessment, or is he not? And so, although I tried to pick the top a couple of times this week and I got burned both times pretty much, I certainly will admit when I'm wrong. And I think that if you look at this, we probably will continue to see some upside movement in the Aussie through Tuesday, although I think it'll become narrower and narrower range, and things will probably slow down a little bit. If these current account numbers and this company operating profits one are positive, that may give it a little bit more boost. But I think all eyes are going to be watching this GDP number on Tuesday night. And if the Aussie is topping out again, then I would expect, and that news comes out bad, that's gonna be a hard fall for the Australian dollar. And so, but in the meantime, we still have bullish sentiment, and so this is an ABC. This probably will drift lower, and I would expect that we're going to see this continue to go up tomorrow. And I don't know whether you want to call this a wave one right here, but I expect, another 160 pips to the upside is definitely not out of the question between now and Tuesday night. And so I'm going to be looking potentially go long on this pair. And, I'm certainly not picking a top here. This is definitely not over. CCI went up, compressed, now going down, spread apart. Consolidation, clear ABC pattern setting up. Okay, so I would be looking to go long on the Aussie Swiss probably tomorrow, and if I do take it, I'll hold it through the weekend, because I do think there'll be some more opportunity. So of course that would send the pound Aussie down. I'm a little less inclined to take this trade because a lot of this is driven by the pound, but you can potentially see an end of a trend on the pound Aussie. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we could have some ending here. I think it'll go up a little bit more and then down. So yeah, it's one to consider. I don't think I'll take that, but we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. The Aussie dollar, this stuff definitely looks like it wants to go up again too. The dollar has took a hit today, especially. You look at the U.S. Swiss, we've been pretty much going down all day. We had a big down day, and this looks like it's going to continue down. So that would send the Australian dollar up. So to me, this looks like it could be an ABC pattern, and this will go up again too. And Euro Aussie, I actually am long the Euro Aussie right now, and I'm probably going to get out of it. I'm pretty much at break even right now, but I'm thinking this is going to go down again. So I've been holding on to a long. It's back to about break even. Like I said, I'm probably going to get out of that tonight. Take a few pip loss because this looks like it's going to go down again, which would be in line with everything else. So again, guys, just proves, if you don't see the obvious end of the trend, if it's not obvious, like maybe it is with the, the Kiwi Canadian I was talking about in my last video, or the pound Canadian, then it's probably not over. Pound Canadian is in my last video. This is obvious. It's going to go up again. And so, that's it. So that's the moral of the story. Don't force it. Wait till the pattern unfolds, and then wait for the catalyst, which may very well be the Australian GDP next week on Tuesday. So, and I don't know. Obviously, it's a few days away, a few trading days away, so anything can happen. But that's the way it's looking to me right now, because I don't think these other two pieces will end that trend. It may slow it down, it may boost it, I don't know. But this GDP is very important, again, especially in light of the comments from their Royal Bank of Australia governor. So anyways, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think. Happy trading, safe trading, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.